Imagine two people walking into the same coffee shop. They order the exact same drink. They pay the exact same price. And they walk out with the exact same cup of coffee. But something very different just happened. One person earned rewards, improved their credit history, and gained extra purchase protection. The other person got absolutely nothing. The surprising part? Most people never even notice the difference because they think paying just paying. But financially successful people see it differently. They know that every financial decision matters, even something as small as buying a cup of coffee. And over time, those small decisions can create very different financial futures. Now, before we go any further, let's clear up one huge misunderstanding. This video is not saying debit cards are bad. In fact, debit cards can be a great financial tool. The real question is this: why do many wealthy people choose credit cards for everyday purchases, even when they already have enough cash to pay with a debit card? The answer has nothing to do with looking rich. It has nothing to do with showing off. And it definitely isn't about spending money they don't have. It's about understanding how money works. Let's start with the biggest difference. When you use a debit card, the money leaves your bank account immediately. You buy something, the money is gone. Simple. Now compare that to a credit card. When you swipe, the bank pays the merchant first. Then later, you pay the bank. That might sound like a small difference, but financially, it's a completely different system. Here's where many people get confused. Some people hear the words credit card and immediately think debt, interest, financial problems. But that's only true if you don't use it correctly. Think of a credit card like a tool. A hammer can build a house or break a window. The tool isn't good or bad. It depends on the person using it. Wealthy people understand this. They don't treat credit cards like free money. They treat them like a payment tool. Every purchase is already planned. Every dollar is already in their budget. And at the end of the month, they simply pay the entire balance. No interest, no late fees, no financial stress. Now here's where things become interesting. Imagine buying groceries, fuel, coffee, streaming subscriptions, plane tickets, hotel bookings. You're already spending that money anyway. Now imagine getting something back. Every single time you spend, cash back, travel points, hotel rewards, airline miles, small rewards, over and over again. Will rewards make you a millionaire overnight? Of course not. But that's not how wealthy people think. They understand something most people ignore. Small advantages, repeated thousands of times, become very big advantages. That's how wealth is usually built. Not from one giant decision, but from hundreds, even thousands, of smart decisions made consistently. And that's exactly why financially, successful people pay attention to details that everyone else ignores. Because they know money isn't only about how much you earn. It's also about how efficiently you use every single dollar. Now, let's talk about something most people never realize. If credit cards offer so many advantages, why do millions of people end up trapped in credit card debt? The answer is simple. They don't use credit cards. Credit cards use them. Think about it. Two people can own the exact same credit card. One earns rewards, builds excellent credit, pays zero interest. The other pays hundreds, sometimes thousands, in interest every year. Same card, completely different results. The difference isn't the card, it's the habit. Wealthy people understand one important rule. Never spend money you don't already have. Before making a purchase, they already know exactly how they're going to pay the balance. That means no surprises, no stress, no growing debt. Now imagine two shoppers walking into the same grocery store. Both fill their carts with the exact same items: milk, bread, fruit, coffee, eggs. Everything costs exactly the same. The first shopper pays with a debit card. The money disappears from their bank account immediately. Transaction complete. Nothing more happens. The second shopper pays with a rewards credit card. The purchase takes only a few seconds, but something extra happens behind the scenes. They earn cash back, or travel points, or other valuable rewards. Later that month, they pay the entire balance in full. No interest, no fees. They bought the same groceries, but received extra value for spending money they were already going to spend. This is exactly how financially smart people think. They're always asking one question: how can I make this purchase work harder for me? That's a completely different mindset. Here's another powerful example. Imagine buying a new laptop. A few days later, it accidentally slips off your desk. Some premium credit cards include purchase protection or extended warranty benefits. Not every card offers these features, but many do. A debit card usually doesn't provide the same level of protection. That's one reason many business owners prefer using credit cards for expensive purchases. It's not about showing off, it's about reducing risk. Now let's talk about something even more valuable: your credit score. Every time you responsibly use a credit card and pay the balance on time, you're building a stronger financial reputation. Over time, a good credit score can help you qualify for lower interest rates, better loan options, and even lower insurance costs in some situations. That's a long-term advantage. But remember, only if you use the card responsibly. Because once interest starts building, those advantages disappear very quickly. That's why financially successful people don't chase rewards. They chase discipline. The rewards simply come as a bonus. And that's the mindset that separates smart money habits from expensive money mistakes. So, does this mean you should stop using your debit card? Not at all. In fact, a debit card can be one of the best tools for certain people. If you're learning to budget, trying to control your spending, or working to stay out of debt, a debit card can help you stay disciplined. Remember, the goal isn't to prove that one card is better than the other. The goal is to choose the right tool for the right situation. Here's something most people never think about. Wealthy people don't ask, "Can I afford this?" They ask, "Is this the smartest way to pay for it?" That single question can completely change how you manage your money. Now imagine two friends. Both earn exactly $5,000 a month. The first person spends without a plan, makes only the minimum credit card payment, keeps carrying a balance, and slowly watches interest grow month after month. The second person follows a simple system. Every purchase is planned. Every bill is paid on time. Every statement is paid in full. The rewards are collected. The interest stays at zero. 5 years later, they still earn the same salary, but their financial lives look completely different. Not because one was lucky, not because one had a better job, but because one made better financial decisions over and over again. And that's how wealth is usually built. Not through one giant investment, not through winning the lottery, but through small, consistent habits, repeated for years. Here's another truth. The richest people don't always buy the most expensive things. They simply make smarter decisions more often than everyone else. They understand that every dollar has a job, every purchase has a purpose, and every financial tool should work for them, not against them. That's the real lesson. It's not about debit cards. It's not even about credit cards. It's about understanding how money works and making informed decisions every single day. So the next time you reach into your wallet, pause for just a second. Ask yourself, am I choosing the easiest option or the smartest one? Because financial freedom isn't built overnight. It's built one smart decision at a time. And those small decisions can shape your future in ways you can't imagine today. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to Wealth Decode. Every week, we break down complex money topics into simple, practical lessons that anyone can understand. Because the more you understand money, the better your money works for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.